I'm a bit late on this video, but the first full trailer for the Fantastic Four movie is out, and I have thoughts. Hello, YouTube. Axiom Man here once again. And I actually waited on this video on purpose. I know when it comes to YouTube and the algorithm and what people want to watch, I get it. You know, you have to be first to the party when these things drop, or at least you try to be first. As I mentioned in a video where I did my unboxing of my t-shirts, I took a little bit of a hiatus, like a week of not making videos. And I know that hurts the algorithm. But nonetheless, I'm making a series of these videos. I am back. And I was always intending to kind of wait on making this video no matter what. And the reason for that is because I wanted to collect my thoughts. And something that I wanted to do this time around was actually check around the internet and see what people were saying about the movie. Now, normally I form my own opinion no matter what. Whether I'm watching a video that's naysaying or whether I'm watching a video that's praising it and kind of everything in between. I still form my own opinion, as I know most of us do. But to say that you can get influenced by other people's opinion, especially YouTubers and other people out there that you find entertaining, that you find a connection with. I know I'm guilty as charged, and maybe that's the wrong way of phrasing it, guilty as charged. It's not so much that as much as you come to learn or you come to respect the opinions of certain YouTubers and certain friends and family, even, you know, not necessarily just YouTube or YouTubers. So I wanted to see what the general consensus was. And I got to tell you guys, I wasn't digging it. Not this time. Let me tell you what I mean. I liked it. I liked it. And I am very critical a lot of times of a lot of stuff that comes out and a lot of stuff that's about to come out. Even more critical of when the actual product comes out, right? So you watch it and then you make an informed and honest opinion. It's hard to do that with trailers because it's just a trailer, whether it's a teaser or whether it's a full trailer like the Fantastic Four trailer that just came out. So what I started hearing from a lot of the community, and let me say this should be obvious, but sometimes you just have to say it. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. That's not what I'm saying here. That's not even what I'm trying to imply. Hey, have an opinion. That's what YouTube's all about. I mean, that's literally what YouTube's all about. Hence why I'm even making this video. So, but what I didn't like is that everyone automatically went to naysaying. And you know what, guys? Maybe Disney's deserved it. As a matter of fact, they effing do. They deserve it sometimes because they've messed this up to such extents. I mean, they have just done such a horrible job of putting activism over storytelling. I'm sorry, but that's what they've done for years at this point. Instead of hiring talent, instead of hiring people that know how to write, know how to tell a story, they filled their halls with nothing but activists. Okay, hire talent. If you're trying to make a point, whether it's political, whether it's whatever the case is, well, when you tell a story, when you concentrate on story first, well, then the activism or whatever kind of messaging you're trying to get across will get across within the context of the story. But when you put the activism first and story second, well, then it just becomes about that message and it's sloppy, it's stupid, and it's just bad all around. Happens every time. It almost 100% guaranteed that it's just going to be a slop fest because you put message or you put the message, whatever activist message over the story. Let the story tell the message organically within whatever it is that you're trying to do. Only then does it work. Activism should be a byproduct of the movie, of the story, whether it's TV or film. The activism should be a byproduct, not the other way around. And that's Disney is so guilty of that I totally understand where a lot of people automatically saw the trailer, went to negative Nelly zone. I get that. But it's a trailer. It's a damn trailer. How many times are we going to do this, ladies and gents? How many times are we going to do this? I've been here and I've been supporting, following, critiquing all this stuff long enough. Maybe my channel hasn't been here long enough, and that's my fault. I should have years under my belt doing this, and I've had family and friends that have told me to do this for years. But I'm here now, and I'm gonna give you my opinion. Damn it! How many times are we going to do this? I remember all the talk about when Heath Ledger was cast as the Joker. I mean, anybody that tries to pretend like this didn't happen, then I don't know where you were, and I don't know what you were doing. But I remember all the jokes because Heath Ledger had just completed Brokeback Mountain. And Brokeback Mountain, if you guys know, was the movie with Jake Gyllenhaal where they were two gay lovers, out doing cowboy stuff. And I don't need to explain Brokeback Mountain. If you haven't seen it, go watch it if you want a reference to that. But what I'm getting at here is that all the jokes started coming out. Brokeback Joker. Oh my, he's the worst choice. Nobody's even seen him as the Joker yet, but man, did it pile on. It piled on. Everyone thought it was the worst choice since putting sardines with jelly and peanut butter and ketchup. I don't know. List an example of some stupid combination, but everyone thought it was the worst thing ever. What happened? One of the best Batman films of all time, Dark Knight, and I don't even think that's arguable. I would argue with you that that's not arguable. It's one of the best movies, best Batman movies, and just film in general of all time, especially as it pertains to comic book movies. So he proved everyone wrong for the most part. Whether you have critiques of the movie itself and the plot, no one can deny that he killed it. He killed it as Joker. And then the same damn thing happened when Robert Pattinson was cast as Batman. Now, I get it. There are some people that never actually liked Robert Pattinson as Batman. Some people even maybe didn't even like Heath Ledger as Joker. But I'm talking about the large majority and the way the fandom reacted to these actors portraying these characters. Everyone was saying, "Oh, Twilight Batman," and all the dumb Twilight jokes came out there. And I was one of the few that was saying, like, I think he'll do fine. I've seen him in other films. He's a great actor. Just because he came out in Twilight doesn't mean he can't act. There's all kinds of other films that you can watch where he did a great job. So maybe he'll incorporate, encapsulate whatever. Maybe he'll do a great job. I don't know. That's the point. I don't know. And then he came out, and in my opinion, he killed it. It's a great Batman movie. And there we were again, once again, putting our foot in our mouth, or whoever was talking trash, and maybe they still were talking trash. There's internet trolls no matter what you do, no matter what you say. There are always going to be haters out there. But the majority, the general consensus was that was a great movie, that Robert Pattinson did an awesome job as the Batman. And that's my point with this Fantastic Four trailer, is that we haven't seen it yet. I mean, I saw a comparison that they were going to screw it up so bad because they don't have respect for the source material. And then people were making a comparison to the live action remakes of Disney. Well, you can't compare that because, I mean, it's not an apples to apples, and not that it ever could be, but that's such a bad comparison. And I'm just giving you guys one example. There's many examples of how people were critiquing the trailer, but the first female, it was a Silver Surfer. People, the MCU. There's the MCU argument. That one drove me crazy because if you've been following the MCU, then you should know that this is going to take place as an alternate. Even without knowing, just the trailer itself is very telling that this is going to all take place in an alternate reality, alternate timeline. And with the Loki series and Multiverse of Madness and Quantumania and all these things that we've already seen, to not know that there's different realities and different timelines and different, we just watched Deadpool Wolverine that took place in different, 616 universe and then this universe. Give me a break, dude. At what point do you figure it out that there's going to be different reality? This is clearly a different reality. Even the skyline of New York is different than we've ever seen before. Not just because it's the 60s, but because it's totally different. Why would you want Norton Rad, the quintessential Silver Surfer, in this movie so that we can never see him again? So who cares if we get an alternate Silver Surfer that exists in the comics, by the way? So who cares? Let that Silver Surfer be in this film, and then we're never going to see her again, or maybe we will. I don't know. The point being is that there's way more than enough timeline and film and everything that could happen, all the way to Doomsday and Secret Wars and everything that's happening, where we're still going to get the Norrin Rad. I don't know. Maybe in Secret Wars we'll get we'll get Morpheus, his voice, as the Silver Surfer, just like we got him in the second Fantastic Four, Rise of the Silver Surfer. I said Morpheus. You guys, um, uh, it's so frustrating because these things can still happen and we make all these assumptions. And I stick to what I said, that sometimes they deserve it, right? They do, because of all the ways they've screwed up throughout these few years back, right? The last, what, 4 or 5 years. Um, Whether you liked it or not, there's definitely been some huge hiccups, some really bad stuff, and then just some mediocre that you might consider good, but I would consider mediocre. But there you have it. I'm not dismissing that. But what I am just annoyed with is the fact that you know not everything is doomsday. No pun intended. Not everything is doomsday, and I don't agree with everything, even that I see leading up into that the Avengers Doomsday. But I'm talking about Fantastic Four just specifically, guys. Come on, it's a trailer. We saw Galactus. It was pretty awesome. Stop with the naysaying and all that. I mean, you're entitled to your own opinion, but so am I. It's it's boring. Okay, like we haven't seen anything yet. Now, once we get it, and if everything you guys are saying is confirmed, why would you want this to fail? That's another thing that annoys me. Like, ha, I was right. Ha, it sucked. Okay, I don't want these things to fail. Like, I want them to be good. I don't want it. I mean, even just for the sake of wasting my money at the theater, right? I didn't want to waste my money in the theater. I didn't know this was going to be mediocre, nor do I want it to be mediocre. I want it to be good. Like, I don't understand this celebrating the because it sucked thing. Why? Because it helped out your ego, and now you feel better that it did suck, and you said it would suck. Okay, but wouldn't it have been better? Wouldn't it have been better if it was good? Uh, I don't understand that whole celebration of it being bad. I just don't get it. I don't understand that aspect of it. So, but if it is bad, okay, okay. I'm not gonna high five you. I'm not gonna give you. I'm not even gonna give you props for it. Why would I? I'm just gonna say, well, uh, and just get frustrated as a fan because it's not going the direction that it should. And that's another opinionated, kind of topic and conversation. Because, and I'm not even referring to like, well, this is what I thought should have happened, and then it didn't happen that way. I'm not talking about that. That is one thing that we do as fans a lot, is that we have an expectation, and when it's not met, then we get upset or angry or it sucked. No, if you do that, then I can't help you. You shouldn't have had that expectation. And that's my point. To bring this back full circle, I don't have any expectations because I want to see what they put out there. That's it, plain and simple. I want to see what they put out there, and then I'll be the judge of it. That's it. Uh, we don't know until we see it, and that's the point. We don't know. We don't know. We don't know until it comes out. But that's my rant for this video. uh, I just it got very frustrating watching it because I love the trailer. I loved it. Because I saw those visuals of Galactus, and I saw Mr. Fantastic stretching, and those shots of Johnny Storm and Sue Storm. Just seeing. I, I'm not. This isn't even a video to speculate about what I saw or to take a deep dive. There's others out there that do it way better than I do. But there's New Rockstars, Emergency Awesome. There's so many people out there that do it better than I could ever do, and I love those channels. But so go check them out. This is more of just a rant of saying that I loved it just for the visuals, for what I'm expecting to see, without having expectations. I know that's a kind of double negative, or that's kind of contradictory to itself. But I love what I saw, even though I have no expectations of what it's going to happen. I want to be surprised, and I'm looking forward to it. As always, ladies and gents, collect what you love what you collect. I'll see you guys in the next one.